God's been greater than good to me. You know, Spirit just put it on my heart and said that, a lot of people want to blame God for their circumstances and say, like, God isn't listening, God isn't this, God isn't that. But if you really pay attention to your life and the decisions that you've made, you'll realize those good decisions that came to mind versus the bad decisions that you chose to, because that's the yin and yang. It's like you get dark and light as far as your thoughts. Sometimes you get repetitive thoughts, you get intrusive thoughts, you get thoughts that don't even belong to you. It's somebody else, because we're all, you know, spirit having a human experience. So a lot of times you can hear thoughts that other people are thinking of you, and you'll mistaken it to be your own. So I just feel like instead of looking at God and saying, why me? Look at God with gratitude. Because regardless of whatever the why is about that's happening in the material world or in whatever type of circumstances it may be, shift your focus back to how blessed you are. Shift your focus to saying that, I still have breath in my body. I still have, X, Y, Z. It could be I have a roof over my head. I have clothes on my back. I have food in my stomach. It's the simple things that we forget while we're trying to get to the material world of abundance. You forget how abundant you actually really are. And I just feel like that's the world that we live in today. It's like everything's at the palm of our hands. We can purchase things at the palm of our hands, from items for your home, for your car, for your kids, for, the list goes on. But how are you being of service to others? What are the selfless acts of kindness that you've done? How are you being a vessel? A bridge? How are you moving? Are you moving more so through the ego or through the heart? Are you letting your mind take over to where you are at war with yourself? Because when I think about frequency, vibration, and everything, a lot of the music today has corrupted people's minds to where they can't think for themselves. And I think that that's what Michael Jackson's whole approach was. If you look back at his story, he taught us a lot about